Pleasuring the Maid. Chapter 1. Gave us POV, ****. It wasn't till the wee hours that my eyes began to droop. I was physically tired. Every part of my body ached, but still sleep wouldn't come my way. My legs and feet had this irritable tinkling accompanied by a slight burning sensation. Every attempt to stretch my muscles and limbs got countered by the slight pain that arose. My mind and my body refused to coordinate, each one of them working on its own. Yes, my body needed rest, but my mind kept on moving, forcing thoughts and memories to run in cycles. I had tried all the tips doctors wrote about getting a good night's sleep. I avoided caffeine before going to bed. I'd also tried listening to music, hoping that my brain system would slow down and finally let my eyes droop. But no. Every little thing had left me even more awake. The day had been a busy one. All the cleaning I had done during the day was catching up with me. I cleaned everything that was in that house. The kitchen was stainless. The bedrooms were well dusted and left smelling like detergent and cleaning chemicals. The toilets and bathrooms were well scrubbed and left spotless. Their clothes were well washed, ironed and neatly arranged in their walk-in closets. Even their shoes were shining. Each pair was perfectly arranged on the rack. I mean, it's pretty obvious that after a tiresome day one should sleep like a damn log. But no, I had to keep on tossing and turning on my queen-size bed. I willed my eyes to close even for a minute, but nothing of that sort happened. Luckily, I didn't attend school, so I had nothing to worry about. You know, homework and other annoying school stuff. That didn't mean that I didn't yearn to attend college. Actually, I wanted to in my heart. But like the saying goes, everything doesn't always work out. It had been like this for a while now, working my ass off every Saturday at the Romans. The death of my mother had forced me to take the only available job at the time: housekeeping. Luckily, Reynard and Renata were kind enough to offer me a housekeeping job at their mansion. I did general cleaning on Saturdays. But during the week I'd still go to either cook or water the flowers and take care of their beautiful garden. I had gone knocking at their place after my mum passed on. Reynard, Mr. Romans, had approached me after my mum's funeral. He had said his condolences, and then he had introduced himself to me. He told me that he knew that my situation wasn't easy, to say the least. He said that they were looking for a house help and that I would be of great help to them. I didn't even think twice. I accepted the deal straight on. It was better than nothing, plus I needed to at least feed and clothe myself while at it. Now, I was in my small house that was given to me by my uncle, the only relative that gave a damn about my existence. I couldn't afford to pay rent for the 2-bedroom house that we used to live in with my mum. So when Uncle Rob gave me the keys to that old tiny house, I gladly took them. My grandparents weren't as loving. My cousins hated my sorry ass, and well, my only aunt was busy traveling the world to not remember that her only sister child was orphaned and all alone. Except for the pictures she sent daily showing off her perfect body or showing her newest conquest, she never really cared. As much as her presence or lack thereof bothered me, I couldn't hate her. The Romans were a happy family, with 2 children. Both handsome men that were already in college. Ray was the oldest at 22 and Bryson was turning 20 in a few months. The problem with those handsome devils is that they were mean, rude and arrogant. They always teased me, taunted me and called me names with every chance they got. They made my life a living hell ever since I stepped feet in that mansion. I tried my very best to avoid them, but somehow, someway, we usually ended up bumping into each other. Every time that happened, I would leave crying or trying to force back tears. Ray was somehow the better one. He was kind of calm and cooler than his younger brother. He would always make the insults less hurting. In fact, many a times he would distract his brother just to give me time to slip unnoticed. Their parents were hardly around. Business trips all over the continents. That though didn't stop them from spending time with their sons with every chance they got. They were a caring couple. So much so that they had asked me to tell them if their sons ever made me uncomfortable. Of course I wouldn't do that. But it made feel good that someone actually cared. Earlier that day, while I was doing the utensils back at their place, they had walked in and started insulting me. Asterisk 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 flashback asterisk 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 asterisk. Pathetic. Ray hissed. You are just a useless good-for-nothing beggar, Brian supplied. Did you wipe off the countertops thoroughly? Bryson asked, moving closer to where I stood by the sink. I could only nod, not trusting my voice at that moment. Use your words, Maid. The word Maid was dragged, spitting it out with disgust. Yes. Good. Ray answered, watching as his brother strode towards the refrigerator, an evil smirk catching its way on his handsome yet evil face. He then retrieved mango juice in a glass and a bottle of cooking oil from one of the kitchen oak cabinets. I watched as he poured some oil in the mango juice. I didn't know what he was up to until he poured the entire mixture on the kitchen countertop, letting it drip slowly on the ceramic tiled floor. His eyes then met mine, the evil smirk still evident. Have fun cleaning that. And with it he turned and left, his brother following him, but not before he called me a beggar again. I stood there silently, biting my tongue enough to stop myself from speaking. I didn't want to cause more problems. My mum had always said to me that in such situations silence was the best. You would think that after many insults and name-calling that I would get used to them. But no. It always affected me. The word beggar had hurt me. I never asked for anything. I worked for everything I owned. So when Bryson called me a beggar, it really got to me. The word affected me than the act of him pouring the mixture just to have me clean again. Asterisk 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 end of flashback asterisk 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 asterisk. So here I was, still thinking about it, wishing that I'd been born in a wealthy family. I wished that my mum had left insurance for me. Then I would be in college, with enough money to sustain me. Had my mum been alive, then I wouldn't be forced to housekeep, meaning I wouldn't have to deal with the egoistic brothers. I really couldn't join college. There were little to no scholarships around, and my housekeeping job couldn't pay for fees and school supplies. As much as the boys enjoyed drawing tears from me, I was jealous of them, envious of the life their parents had given them, in need of the love they shared as a family, something that had been ripped from me, leaving me utterly alone in this world. Would things have been different if my father was in the picture? Did he know that my mum was already dead wherever he was? Did he even know that I was all alone and miserable? Would he give a damn about me if he knew of my situation? I couldn't answer any of those questions. 1. Because I had never seen my dad, and 2. Because my mum never talked about, she wouldn't even let me ask her questions about him. She hated him, and I respected that. After all, she did raise me on her own. Bottom line is, the small amount of money I was saving would someday be enough to start me off on college. I didn't care how long that would be. One day I would stand up to Bray and Ray. One day my life would be better, I thought to myself. And with it I closed my eyes and prayed to God to protect me. Tomorrow would be better. It was my day off. Oh, how I loved Sundays. The day I didn't have to deal with those heartless brothers. Oh, thank the heavens. Thanks for listening to the Bravonovel audiobook. Welcome to download the Bravonovel app. Read the novel Pleasuring the Maid online and get the latest updates.